I'll be previewing the entire draw and what to expect for the next round. This video is going to be exactly why Juventus are drawing against Lyon during a run to the Champions League trophy. The final, like I've said before, is going to be played over at the city of Istanbul, Turkey. That is the site of the Champions League final in the 65th edition of the Champions League. It is Juventus that are first going to be defeating Lyon on the way to the title. Ronaldo lost in the Champions League final as a member of Manchester United, so Ronaldo would be going 6-for-6 in his last Champions League finals. And it is Juventus that are going to first beat Lyon on the way to the title, because it is title that equals 66 and 21. It is also Juventus' last Champions League final that occurred 21 years after its last title. Which year are we talking about? We are talking about 2017. It is Olympique Lyonnais. That's going to be a clue that Juventus are going to have a 3-7 record in the Champions League final after they win over at Istanbul. Lyonnais equals 37. The city of Turin, Torino equals 37. Lione in Italian gematria equals 55 and 28. The site of the final over at Turkey. It's Turkey, it's Buffon, it's Mathis that equals 28. The last time an Italian team won the Champions League was Inter Milan. Inter Milan won the 2009-2010 Champions League. This is why Juventus are beginning its campaign over at Lione, Francia. Lione is Lyon in Italian gematria. As we go up here, the city of Lyon, Città di Lione equals 121. It's treble, tripleta equals 121. Lione, Francia equals 107 and 62. The last time Juventus were involved in a Champions League final occurred during the 62nd Champions League final against Real Madrid back in 2017. They begin a run to the championship against Lyon. Campionato. Lione, Francia equals 107. The site Madrid, Spain equals 107 last year. Juventus are trying to make it to the Champions League final. They are 2-7 in the Champions League final. The initials for Olympique Lyonnais as the gematria of their current record in the Champions League final. The history between the two teams, Juventus and Lyon. The group stage of 2016, Buffon saves a penalty. Juventus win 1-0 in this one. Juventus drew against Lyon, so Juventus are on 2-1 aggregate as we speak. Once we reference 2017, when you look at 2016's performances and Lyonnais this year, that occurred right before the knockout in 2017, and Juventus are going to be making it back to the final in 2020. Their next final 3 years later to win its third Champions League title drought. This is why, by the numbers, the run is beginning against Olympique Lyonnais. Any connections to 1995, 1996? Nantes was the other French club that was in there. I think Monaco were in there in the 1995-96 Champions League. But the fun stuff doesn't really begin until I talk about Real Madrid against Juventus for the next round. So it was Nantes. Juventus ended up playing a French team during the knockouts during their last title. I want you to notice the last two times that Juventus made it to the Champions League final. 2015, 2017, they played French clubs. Let's start with 2014-2015. The knockouts, Juventus defeated Monaco in the quarterfinals. And then it's 2016, 2017, two separate occasions they played a French club, which is telling me that they're going to beat Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final for this year. 2016-2017, Juventus defeated Monaco in the semifinals. So interesting that they tend to make it to Champions League finals in the year that they play French clubs. How about the 2002 Champions League? 2002-2003 Champions League. In Juventus, it was just Spanish competition during that year. There no French team in 2003 when they made it to the Champions League final. But this is why, by the numbers that Juventus are starting against Lyon, these French connections with Juventus, with notice how Gianluigi Buffon won the World Cup over at France. Another reason why Juventus begin against Olympique Lyonnais. And let's see the Ligue 1 table, how many points Lyon has at this moment in time. And to tie in that numerological significance, 7 wins and 7 losses. Buffon is number 7. They've scored 28 goals. It's Turkey that equals 28 in Gematria. They have 25 points right now in the Ligue 1 table. I want you to notice that it's Ronaldo, or rather Cristiano. 25 is mostly going to tie into the Italian word for France, which is Francia. Let me go up here. Francia equals 52. Actually, that does not equal 25. Now it's France. Francia equals 34. It's Cristiano it is Ronaldo that equals 34. Now the significance of 34, 3 months and 4 days from the opening game of the knockouts to the Champions League final, 3 months and 4 days. This is the gematria of Ronaldo. And notice that he came over from Real Madrid, Club de Football. Real Madrid, Club de Football equals 94 as well. But this is a really good synopsis. The rest is going to come in addition to this. The amount of time from Ronaldo's birthday of February the 5th to Juventus in Lyon. Once we go back here, time span of 21 days. Once again, it's title that equals 21. It's Lyon that equals 21. This is why Cristiano's Champions League title run is going to begin 21 days after his February the 5th birthday. A big reason, as a matter of fact. February the 26th of 2020. 14. And then the end of a Champions League title drought after 23 seasons without winning the European Cup, and what that symbolizes, the end of a drought. The Italian word for end, fine, equals 34. Tying in Lyon's point total of 25. Tying in 3 months and 4 days from the first knockout game to the day of the final for Juventus. February the 26th is also the 57th day of the year. It's 57 that has gematria of championship. In the first knockout game for Juventus is going to be on the 57th day of the year. It would be 29 days after Gianluigi Buffon's birthday on the 28th day of the year. And in a nutshell, 2006 World Cup, prior history during the 2016-17 group stages, the last time they made it to the final, Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday to the date duration of the first leg is why Juventus are drawing against Lyonnais. And let's check out the... Well, first of all, Calcio is football club. Calcio Lyon. in Italian gematria. Lyonnais. Calcio Lyonnais equals 62. Last Champions League final occurred during the 62nd final. That was the last time Juventus made it. Calcio Lyonnais. This is interesting stuff here. Let me just do Calcio Lyonnais. You see, you have to do Italian gematria. Lyon Football Club is Calcio Lyonnais. Calcio Lyonnais equals 98. I want you to notice that it is Istanbul that has gematria of 98 as well. In Italian gematria, Calcio Lyonnais, in the site of the final, Istanbul reveals exactly what is about to happen. In Calcio Lyonnais 53 in Istanbul have the same gematria as Scudetto. Scudetto equals 26. That gematria was for Istanbul. But this is exactly why Juventus are going to make it. And Lyon, let's go to Lyon here. Let's see the significance of the date numerology of its formation. Not that, but Olympique Lyonnais. Their 13th time they participate in the Champions League. Ronaldo won 13 Champions Leagues with Madrid. Juventus, youth in Latin, nickname Les Gones, the kids. Juventus, youth, founded 69 years ago. I like how there's 59K in their stadium, 59,000. And then it's Fino alla Fine that equals 59, so 59,000 seater arena. The kids has gematria 96 and 33. It's Juventus FC that equals 33. It is Freemason that equals 96, and Juventus are the Freemasonic black and white stripes. They should conclude it. I think I've decoded this pretty well here. Try English gematria. Lyon Football Club has gematria of 61. When you connect this with the English, you connect the Champions League final run that's going to begin against Lyon because the defending champion is English. It's Liverpool FC. The Champions League final last year was on June the 1st, 6-1. Ronaldo's birth year, Juventus won the Champions League over Liverpool. I'll talk more about that in my Juventus Real Madrid video.